morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. Firstly, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Secondly, I know I sound a little bit underwater, but I actually feel quite good. Still struggling with another bout of hay fever. I would never have thought that hay fever could be so bad. Just is not a very nice thing at all. Okay, so firstly, I am not going to be, I'm booked out this week and I will not be available again till around about the 15th of November. Between taking time off and being booked, but I am available for bookings now for the 15th of November, so if you want to get in, I would get in quick before that gets booked out. So I just thought I'd just make sure that you know it's the 15th of November. If you want to book a reading with me, you can do it via my website at www.theaussiegoddess.com, and you can book, pay, and do it in your own time frame. Remember though that the times that are advertised are my times, not yours, so you will need to do a conversion. If you do want a reading that week and you can't find a time that's suitable, I don't mind if you email me for that week. I'm still quite happy to book you in, so let me know. Thank you very much for joining me on YouTube yesterday. I love doing the lives. It's a lot of fun, so it's so good to see everybody come across and join me there. And especially the guys who supported me, you guys that have supported me right from the beginning, because I feel like somehow or another I know you all. Even though I may have seen some of you, there is a nice feeling that it's sort of a very potent collection of people. All right, I can't think of anything else to talk about, so let's get into the reading. I'm using the Arcanum Tarot here for your reading. King of Cups flying out all over the place here. It's quite interesting because he showed his face a couple of times yesterday, so he seems to be a little bit dominant at the moment. All right, and the Ace of Wands. So it looks like you may have a new offer coming in from a possibly Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but certainly somebody who's feeling a great deal of love for you here. All right. Okay, so I have the Hanged Man coming through. I can't help thinking, because you've got that Ace of Wands, King of Cups coming up, like flipping out at me, I can't help thinking that you are going to be in some sort of, the Hanged Man, it's not like a decision-making mode. It's not like that at all. I feel like here there's some sort of healing you need to take out because you're trying to work out how to move forward on something, but you're trying to see things from a very different perspective. So maybe you're dealing with somebody here who is, you know, not your usual type, for example, or not the sort of person that you saw yourself ending up with. There's a very strong feeling here that you need to sort of maybe change the way you think about things or change the way you see things. Been getting a lot of this sort of energy in the readings lately around love, for example, where maybe you are so conditioned or you are so socially sort of impacted that maybe you see love unfolding in a particular way with a particular person. So you may be very stuck on that idea. Love needs to go this way. This is what needs to happen. We seem to sort of set ourselves up with rules around what love is and how it can be presented to us. And if somebody doesn't quite fit the rules, we may start to question whether they have our interest at heart. Now, I always say to people, especially when you're dating, it's really important to be the observer, you know, to watch a person. And I don't want it to be for you like an interview process, but it's really good for you to understand how people act. And it is really beneficial for those who've been in toxic relationships, because you actually start to see that at the very beginning, but because you're so enamored or so in love with someone, you tend to sort of neglect or miss the red flags. And I feel this is why a lot of people sort of fall in love with somebody and then later down the track they're sort of, saying, oh, this person has this and this person does that. And I'm thinking, well, probably they did that at the beginning, but because you were so in that limerence stage, you may have missed some of those things. So you need to be really on top of it when you start. And I feel like this is what the Hanged Man's saying. There is a need for you to look at things from a different perspective. There is a need for you to be really conscious of your environment, and not to get so wrapped up into your emotions that you miss some of the things that might show you how a person really is. There you go. So we have the Lovers card coming through. I feel like somebody is coming through here that may just be completely different to what you've experienced in the past. This may be somebody who displays very, very different qualities to what you expected. Maybe you had this idea that somebody has to have lots in common with you when you have a relationship. And of course, that's not true. You can be complete opposites and still have a very healthy relationship. So there are social conditioning things that come into play when you go into a relationship. Now, the Lovers card is a card that talks about two people being divinely brought together by the universe. It also may mean, and I want to sort of go here as well, that you are still either, even though you may have got past an ex, if it was a toxic relationship or a situation which didn't end well, you may be out the other side of healing and feel ready for someone new. But there's also this feeling of struggling with trust here. But whatever it is, the universe saying to you, take your time. This is a genuine offer coming through for you here. But this time you need to look at things from a different perspective because of your experiences. Yeah, okay, Two of Wands coming up. So we're definitely focusing on the future. I feel like you're dealing with a divine masculine here. I don't feel that this person has been around before. I feel like you may be being presented with somebody brand new, but you see this card. It talks about taking a new pathway. But I feel like this person is stalling here. And I feel like they're stalling because of this energy that's coming through. So it looks as though a beautiful new opportunity is coming to you. And I'm not really sure whether the stalling is part of the process. So it might be part of what you normally do when you're going into a relationship, questioning it, sort of looking at it from all angles like the Hanged Man does. But this feels sort of more than that. I almost want to say there's a feeling here. Yeah, so we have the Star card here too. I have a feeling here that you're questioning it because perhaps it's better than what you've experienced before, and because of that you don't trust it. So if you've been in toxic relationships where things have turned sour, there's a possibility that this person could present as the Emperor in a very high capacity. This person may meet all of your goals, but maybe somehow or another, especially if you've dealt with people with any sort of narcissistic tendencies, you may be looking for narcissism within this person. You may be looking for them to step wrongly. I don't feel as though this is the case. The Lovers card and the Star card both sort of confirm for me that whoever this person is that's coming through for you has been divinely guided to you. So the energy I'm getting through here is that it's about your level of trust, your level of trusting yourself. Okay, it's your level of trusting yourself to see whether things are right for you or not. I just saw something in that thing there. It's about you understanding if this person is right for you. But it's also about you trusting your ability to see whether this person is or isn't right for you. I feel that's where the Hanged Man is coming from. Oh, holy dooly. It's a powerful little reading coming through this morning. So, okay. Sometimes when we meet people, they can unhealthily reflect back to us certain things that aren't healthy for us. So some people are very good at wearing a mask when you first meet. Now I say to people, okay, I feel like everybody on a first date or in the first few dates is a little cautious about how they present themselves. You know, they try to be true to who they are, but they may not be straight up. They may sort of keep certain things aside because they feel that perhaps it's not the right time to discuss them. And we're a little cautious on the first dates for that reason. And I feel like here I need to say that some people are very, very clever at hooking you in very early. So this is especially where you need to be a little, and it's not about not enjoying your first date, but it's certainly about, you know, making sure that this person is right for you. Understand what sort of questions to ask. Don't be nervous about sort of speaking up for yourself. I feel like this person is coming across as very, it's almost like they're exactly right for you. Like you may be sitting there across the table from somebody thinking this person seems too good to be true. And that is what's coming through very, very strongly in this reading. That whoever this person is just seems way too good to be true. But I feel somehow or another, wow. Okay, so then we have the Victory card. So this is very powerful, this reading. The Victory card talks about being seen, being noticed. You may be meeting someone who is very attentive, you know, remembers things about you that nobody else does, that type of thing. Now, sometimes that too can be a little narcissistic. So again, it is a need for you. If you've been in situations with people who've been toxic in the past, you may want to do your homework. I feel like this person is very, it takes in a lot about you, and maybe that's what's making you feel a little uncomfortable. This person remembers everything, not like the other people who didn't. So this is sort of somebody really seeing you for who you are. Ooh, I'm almost not sure. See, there you go. I don't really know whether to take this cup because I'm not really sure that this person's the same as other relationships I've had in the past here. So there's a reluctance here. You're going into this hanged man mode here, trying to work out whether it's right for you. I want to say to you, this is not a bad thing. It is a really good thing that you're trying to work out whether you're on the path or not. But don't forget to enjoy it as well. Because there's no good being in your head the whole time trying to, you know, scientifically evaluate the person sitting in front of you. You know, there is a need for you to enjoy their company as well. But all you're doing here is being really conscious that this person seems to be more than what they are meant to be. I'm pretty sure that's what Spirit is saying here. All right, and then look at this reading. It's a very powerful reading. The Ace of Cups tells me that this is a real offer of love. But somehow or another, you may have got a little bit confused by past love. I sort of feel that's what's happening here. Wow. Holy dooly, what a powerful reading. All right, we also have the Eight of Wands coming through with the Moon card. See, it's not quite being revealed to you yet. This is such a powerful reading. The Moon card tells me, and especially when we had the water sign jumping out at the beginning, you may be dealing with a Pisces or Cancer here. Water energy coming through very strongly. This is a love offer that is being brought to you by the divine, but I feel here the divine seems to know what's best for you. But for some unknown reason, you're so hooked into your past relationships that you are feeling this is just, you know, so beautiful and so perfect. And you're waiting for something to go wrong here. And it's really testing out your trust here. We have the Empress coming through with the Devil card. And you had the Emperor up at the beginning, 10 of Wands coming through here. Just excuse me a moment. Trying to read cards underwater is a challenge. So I have the Empress and the Devil card. And again with the Devil card, because of this energy that's coming through for me here, where I'm feeling like you're looking for something to go wrong rather than what is right here. The Devil card can represent all of those things, like the extremes, the toxic relationships, all of those things come under that devil energy, and the codependency. So maybe you're being cautious because you're worried about being codependent. But when I see the Empress here, I start to feel that perhaps you've done a lot more work than you realize here. But what I see with the Empress is she trusts herself. So it's sort of this energy, if you're trusting who you are, why are you worrying about how you're going to manage this if it isn't right for you? You know, I watch one of the dating coaches, his name's Matthew, I can't think of his name now, and I watch him all the time. I love the way he talks. I think his dating advice is really sound. He's not judgmental, he's very, very open. I'll see if I can remember his other name. And I feel like here, this is a matter of trusting the work you've put into yourself here. You're about to birth something brand new here. I feel like a beautiful love affair is just starting out. I feel like this person is definitely a soulmate, somebody who has a very, very strong connection to you here. And I feel like with this devil energy, there is sort of a need for you to understand you're going to have fears about a new relationship, no matter which way you go. There's always going to be fear here, but you need to trust who you are. You're wise, you're alert, you've done the work you needed to do, and I feel 100% you need to trust that you know that this is right for you or not. Because I have the Ten of Wands here. But I'm not feeling with the Ten of Wands that this is something that you're putting down. I feel like you're putting down the burdens of the past here. So I feel like you're releasing all of this energy from the past that you've accumulated that's made you lose trust in yourself or lose faith that you're making healthy decisions here. So there's communication coming in from somebody very, very soon. So I feel like many of you are really on the edge of meeting someone new here. The Hanged Man coming through saying to me that you are looking at things from a very different perspective. I feel like you've met somebody here who seems to gel with you on all levels, and it's maybe making you feel uncomfortable if you've been in some sort of situation, maybe several situations before, where the person you've been dealing with hasn't turned out to be the person that you dated. Masks. Okay, so we have a beautiful offer coming through here with the Knight of Cups. I feel like you're stuck trying to work out whether this is right for you or not. It's sort of like you want to move forward, but somehow or another you're just a little bit caught up in the past here. I feel like I love that we've got the Emperor and the Empress in this relationship reading. The Emperor tells me that you're meeting someone who is definitely divinely guided to you, especially with the Star card here. This person has been brought to you by the universe. You may have had experiences in the past, so you've got to trust yourself like this Queen of Swords. She sees things. She has clarity. Go with logic. Don't get into your emotions too quickly. Don't sit across the table on the first date trying to work out whether the person is marriage material. Have fun with it. Just enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy where you're going. Something beautiful is awakening within you, and you are starting to fall very heavily for somebody beautiful here. There's great love in front of you. Whoa, okay, Heart of Sky. That bounced out at me, so let's have a look and see what this one talks about. The Heart of Sky is the love force that made all creation possible. This same force is present when you create with originality, when you bring formlessness to form or inspired ideas to expression. This primeval force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. The Heart of Sky helps us call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it in the world of manner. So that sort of says to me here that maybe you manifested this person. Think about it. The Heart of Sky brings you a sacred reminder. You are a channel for the original energy of creation. Become the paintbrush, the canvas, and the artist, all guided by the Heart of Sky. Set your intention ethically and clearly and allow the universe to take care of the details. So there you go. Just go with the flow. Everything is evolving. Everything is turning out exactly as you wanted it. There's something beautiful coming to you here. Embrace it, but just remember to stay objective. Remember to stay in your logical mind rather than immerse yourself in the emotion of it all. That way you can enjoy what you're doing, but you're conscious of what's going on around you. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.